In yard, last call for chow. In yard, gentlemen, this is your last call for chow.
Tent City is the brainchild of Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio. It's in the desert heat outside of Phoenix, and it's designed with discomfort in mind to discourage repeat offenders.
It's so hot you can hardly sleep until sometimes 11:30. Just lay there and toss. The sweat rolls down your face.
It's like chunks of potatoes with some goo around it, and then this is some steamed spinach that don't taste like anything like milkweed or something like that.
Prisoners are also forced to wear pink underwear, black and white striped uniforms, and are only allowed to watch the Weather Channel or the Food Channel.
I understand that Joe Arpaio, especially a lot of senior citizens, love him because, you know what I'm saying, they take all the hoodlums off the street, whatever, and that type of thing. But when you're a normal person and you come through this process, you look at a different perspective.
Sheriff Arpaio is also known for taking immigration enforcement to controversial new levels. We wanted to understand how battles over illegal immigration were influencing voters in the midterm elections. Arpaio seemed like a good place to start.
16% of the people in our jails are not U.S. citizens. They came into this country illegally, so they can't get out. So anybody booked into our jail here illegally cannot get back on the streets. When they finish their crime, the courts and that type of thing, then we turn them over to ICE and they are deported. I look at it as a fairness issue, because we have so many people around the world that want to come to the United States and be U.S. citizens. But they don't come here illegally. They wait for years and years and years. And I know I'm the bad guy. I know when I go into neighborhoods with my posse and my deputies to arrest people for all different types of crimes, not what they look like, but we do arrest many that are here illegally on our crime suppression.
Arpaio recently created Posse Number 58 specifically to target illegal immigration. Now the Justice Department is investigating whether his tactics constitute racial profiling. While Sheriff Arpaio is using patrols and arrests to fight illegal immigration, State Senator Russell Pierce is using the political process.
We have weak-kneed politicians who pander to the open border crowd.
He's the main sponsor of Arizona's controversial anti-immigration law, SB 1070.
Well, a lot of those aren't going to be employed after November 2010. And that'll be a good thing for America.
Your son was shot by an illegal immigrant enforcing America's laws. Is this personal for you?
I'm a believer in the rule of law. It is our duty. We have a constitutional duty. It's a moral issue with me. And again, Sean being shot was just added to the resolve. Didn't change my direction, or did it cause me to change what I'm doing at all.
How do you address the concerns of people who feel that they are being persecuted if they're here? Perhaps they left their driver's license at home and they're going out to get some milk. I mean, if a white person left his driver's license at home, he's much less likely to be targeted, don't you think?
Not true. No, it's an absolute lie. It's simply not true. How demeaning to law enforcement. How demeaning to our heroes in blue and brown that patrol 24/7. This law says you cannot use racial profiling, right in 1070. It says you must have a legitimate contact. It goes farther than federal law in its protections. We put protections in 1070 that are not in federal law.
There is racial profiling. It's very obvious. The intent and the focus of this was a group of people, and they can't get away from it. I don't care how they amend it, how they tweak it, or how they disguise it. It will lead to racial profiling.
Tony Estrada is sheriff of Santa Cruz County, which shares 50 miles of border with Mexico.
I don't know about Mr. Pierce. He's a very frustrated man.
Estrada is Arizona's only Hispanic sheriff. He's been on the job for 17 years.
People are being scared to death by politicians. The economy is bad, so let's blame somebody. Let's blame the Hispanics. Let's blame the illegal immigrants. They're to blame for all the crime. They're to blame for everything. Let's focus on them. And if we can keep enough focus and have enough anger, I'll get reelected.
There's also the issue of the border fence, which costs millions of dollars per mile.
And some of the politicians say there will be no immigration reform until we secure the border. There is no such thing as a secure border. The border will always be porous. Illegal immigration is a phenomenon. It follows a path of employment and demand, and it's going to continue. There's no way you can stop it.
18 states are currently planning to take up measures similar to Arizona. I'm Farai Chideya for Pop and Politics. Tune in to our radio specials about the national issues influencing voters in November's midterm elections. Visit our website at popandpolitics.com for local broadcast times or to listen online.